Hello everyone, this is Andy from the Pixel Pub, and I'm here to talk about my first impressions of Fields of Mistria. So get the basics out of the way first. Fields of Mistria is a farming sim similar to Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons, in early access on Steam for $13.99. It definitely wears its inspirations on its sleeve with small differences in quality of life improvements. It definitely has a fun art style that I really like, a throwback anime style, similar to maybe like 80s or 90s. Okay, I've been playing this game for, I don't know, 12, 13 hours, something like that. I was just wanted to give my first impressions of it. It is in early access, so a lot of this may change over time until it actually comes out. These are just the things that hit me during that time. I just got some pros and I got some cons. Okay, let's start with the pros. First off, everything contributes to your town level, such as quests, selling crops, and your museum donations. The town levels unlock money, cosmetics, and more stamina. I really like this because all your goals go into one overall thing, and you can see it every night when you go to sleep, how what you sold went into the town level, what you donated, all that stuff, all the quests you fulfilled unlocks all the upgrades through your town level, and I think that's a really smart idea. Another thing I really like, there are multiple easy ways to refill your stamina, including magic. So I only unlocked the magic recently, but just throughout town and the areas around town, there are multiple ways to refill your stamina. Some of them that will refill it completely, and you could just go all day. I know when I was playing Stardew Valley, there were multiple days where I was going to bed at like 2 p.m. because I had nothing left and I had nothing to refill my stamina. And that was kind of a bummer, felt like a waste of a day. But with Fields of Mistria, it has all these different ways that are right in front of you. You can refill your stamina. Another thing I really like is early combat seems fun with different enemy quirks. So far, I've only been to like the 10th level of the mines, but there's a handful of enemies right there at the start that have different ways that attack and different ways that you should attack it, such as the little slime thing that spits rocks at you. You can hit the rocks back and do more damage to it than you would by hitting it with your sword. There's the mushroom that you have to turn away from, so it will come out and attack you. Then you turn around, you'd attack it, so you can get it before it gets you. That's pretty cool. I know a lot of stuff in some of these farming sims is the combat's very simplistic, and this is still pretty simplistic, but just nice little quirks there that make you think a little bit. All right, next is the fun music. I love fun music in video games, and this one has some good tunes in it. Reminds me of Super Nintendo games at times. Just listen to the sick bass on this song that would come straight out of a freaking Super Nintendo racing game. I feel like it will sped up a little bit. Just check it out. Okay, another thing I really like is there are weekly group meetings to find the town folk in. So you can turn in your quests, speak to everyone, and take in the town flavor. So these occur on Friday nights and Saturdays. Friday nights everyone goes to the inn and they have their own little cliques that they hang out with. Some of them play a version of Dungeons and Dragons called Dungeons and Drama. Some of them just like to get drunk. Some of them having a drawing club or whatever, and everyone's getting drunk and spilling wine. Seems like a good time. And then on Saturdays there's a big market where some other NPCs show up to sell their goods, but they're only there on Saturdays. And I did have at least one or two of them give me quests on the quest board, and I roamed around town for a very long time trying to find these people, only to find out, oh, they only show up on Saturdays. Okay, so just if you start to play that and you're looking for someone and you can't find them, maybe wait till Saturday. That might be who you're looking for. Yeah, it is a good opportunity to turn in quests. If you roam around the map over and over again, it's like you can't find this one person, just wait until the end of the week and you'll definitely be able to find them at the inn or at the little market. All right, next up, it's a pretty big deal for me, and it is the movement. I think the movement feels great in some of these farming games. Just the basic movement of like watering your plants or chopping stuff down or just tending your garden in general. If it feels like crap and it's something you have to do over and over again, then it is an immediate turn off for me. I just cannot get down with that, and I feel like more often than not, it is a problem than people get it right. And the people who made Fields of Mistria have got it right. It feels pretty good. I like the character movement. Your character moves really, really fast throughout the map. It's just a good time. Okay, next up is sword strikes don't take stamina. which is very good for combat and clearing weeds in your farm. This is pretty huge because small con, I didn't write it in my cons list, but weeds grow around your farm fast, and you take out your sword and you can get rid of them pretty quickly too, and you don't have to waste stamina. You don't have to waste stamina during combat. If you miss a couple strikes trying to fight an enemy, it's not going to cost you anything, and I think that's a very smart move. Also, to go along with that, you don't have to refill your watering can. You don't have to go find a water source and refill it like Stardew Valley. It's always full, so you can just get the watering done at the beginning of your day and be done with it. You can move on. Just cut out that middleman. Also, I like being able to use shops without people being there, so you don't have to wait for someone to come to the counter for you to buy stuff. There's a little board at each shop, and that's where you go to buy stuff. There's one guy who sells random stuff every day, and I don't think I've ever seen him there behind his shop thing. He's usually not there at all, or just talking to someone next to it. That's pretty cool because you just don't have to wait around for anything. You just get your shit in, get in and get out. That's what I like about this stuff. Get in, get out. All right, and finally, I like that there's plenty of mystery in the world. There's little things that happen throughout the game that just kind of giving you a hint of something more going on in the world. Maybe not something grand or epic or anything like that. I doubt it's anything like that. But it's just little small stuff that might happen throughout the game. There was stuff like that in Stardew as well. But this seems a bit more, definitely in a bit more of a magical world here with spells and, you know, dragons and stuff like that. So it's pretty damn cool. Okay, let's talk about some cons. I don't like to be negative. I like to talk about the positive things, but here's the things that you probably should know before you play the game. So first off, and it's a pretty glaring problem for me, there's a small cast. There's not a lot of characters to interact with in the world, it feels like, but it is an early access. They may add more later. I know on their website they have the different romanceable characters that you have, and 2 of them are in silhouetted question marks. So maybe there'll be more there. Maybe there's some already in there that I haven't found yet. But it kind of stinks that there are so few people to interact with out the gate. All right, next up is fishing might be a little too simple. I still like it though. I did really like the fishing in Stardew Valley, and I like when fishing mini games in these games, when you're fishing, you kind of have an idea of what you're going to get, whether you're going to get like a little fish that means nothing, or, you know, the freaking big kahuna, you know, out of the lake or whatever. This one, you just, you know, throw out your fishing line, wait for a little exclamation point, hit the button, and you got your fish. But I still like it, and I'm still fishing a lot, so not so much of a big con. All right, next one might be a me problem. I'm almost 100% sure it is, but the inventory felt small for me for a long time until you get that first inventory upgrade. I don't know, you're picking up so much stuff for so many things that your slots run out very, very quickly. And I'm not sure about this, but I'm betting that you can buy the backpack upgrade pretty early on at the general store, but I didn't see it until after I had already upgraded the general store. I thought I'd read somewhere that you couldn't get it until after the upgrade. I think I read that in the game. I could be wrong, but it might have just been the second upgrade they were talking about. So after I upgraded the store, I went and bought the first one and the second one. So now I have a ton of slots, and it's great. But for those first, I don't know, 10 hours or so, I was like, man, I'm having to run back and forth to chests and to sell stuff and all this other, this is kind of nuts. All right, next up is some forageable items are hard to spot sometimes. And I'm thinking of stuff like the water chestnuts and the cattails and near the river. I didn't know until I watched a video that, oh man, you can totally pick those up out of the water and sell them. I had no idea. They just look like part of the background to me. So as soon as you know that, it kind of solves it, but I don't know, maybe when I get into later seasons, I might just completely miss some stuff. Who knows? All right, next up is a personal one, and that is March is a dick. He is an asshole. I have a few quests that I still have to do for him, and I don't want to do them because I don't want to talk to him. He's just a complete prick. March, I will fight you. All right, next is kind of a big deal, and that is sometimes experience points can be missed. Experience points manifest as a physical thing in the world, little purple dots that pop out of you when you're doing different things, farming, fighting, foraging, stuff like that. And sometimes they pop up and you can walk right away from them, and you have to get fairly close to them for them to like magnetize to you, you suck them in. But there's been plenty of times in the mines where I've, you know, walked around a little bit too much and walked back to the place that I was before and realized, hey, I missed this thing, and that can be kind of frustrating. But I don't think I've missed any yet, but I can see a world where I absolutely would miss some. Okay, and final con for Fields of Mistria is this bug. Look at this thing. How the hell am I supposed to catch this thing? I spent like 10 minutes running back and forth around this river trying to catch this thing, and I think I would need it for a quest too. What the hell? Okay, last, before I close the video out, I did want to show off the roadmap that the team has made for this game. They have stuff laid out that they want to do. First major update coming out in Q4 2024. They want some more NPC heart progressions. Right now it's capped to 4, I think. Yes, 4 to 6 hearts. I've already reached the cap on at least one person. More NPC dialogue. They got more enemies in the dungeon, cosmetic items from monsters. Let's see, they're raising the town level cap, and more renown rewards. New festival, fun stuff, more skills and perks, more cosmetics, and miscellaneous stuff. So they've got some plans. Will they follow through with them? I hope so. I don't usually buy games in early access, and I definitely don't get into them this deep, this early. I'm hoping, my fingers crossed, that this team will follow through, keep on add more to this. I think it's a pretty cool thing so far, but it has a lot of potential to be more. I don't know, it seems like a lot of people are talking about this game. Seems like this game's pretty popular. Seems like a lot of people are talking about it. Hopefully that will translate to more stuff down the road. Okay, yeah, so that's been my first impressions of Fields of Mistria. It seems like a good old time to me so far, and I'm gonna keep on playing it up until maybe I might hit a roadblock with some of these NPC progressions, because that's always a fun thing to do. I might have to put it down and wait for some more updates. Hoping, fingers crossed, that I don't have to start a new save. I can just keep going with my current save, but I haven't read anything about that just yet. But there's got to be a solution for that now, right? So anyway, I've been Andy from the Pixel Pub. Peace out.